Welcome back to another episode of Hoot and Poop. So in today's video, I just wanted to bring you guys a very quick update on the latest news concerning Arqit. So in the most recent news released by Arqit, basically they hired, or rather they engaged a new advisor. His name is Boon Hui. His surname is Koo. So it's Mr. Koo Boon Hui. So a little bit background of him is that basically Mr. Koo is a Singaporean. So when I first look at the news, I'm pretty much excited because hey, look, at least someone from my country, it's representing, or rather, it's getting involved in Arqit as an advisor. So let's look a little bit on the news that they have released today. So basically, all right, Boon Hui, or rather Mr. Koo, he was an internationally regarded expert, right, in law enforcement and cybersecurity. So he has been fighting crimes, right, for over 40 years. So his previous portfolios, right, were Senior Deputy Secretary of State for Singapore's Home Affairs Ministry. So for some of you who are not from Singapore, if you guys do not know, Senior Deputy Secretary of Singapore's Home Affairs Ministry is actually pretty high up on the command chain. Okay, though they are not, like a minister level. Okay, for some of you, who, let's say for example the UK monarchy, the minister and so on. Though he's not, but he is very high up of that level. Okay, he was also the police commissioner of Singapore, right, back in 1997 to 2010, and he served as the president of Interpol from 2008 to 2012. Okay, so during his time, he also chaired, during his time as the president of Interpol, right, he chaired many major international affairs, okay, to make sure the security, right, it's there during his stint. Until today, right, he remains active in Interpol, basically by chairing the governance working group and holds advisory and board positions across financial services, fintech, healthcare, security, cybersecurity, etc. He was also a commissioner on the Global Commission on the Stability of Cyberspace, right, and he remains a board member of the Global Cyber Alliance and an advisor to the Cyber Peace Institute. So in general, okay, I'm really very excited because Mr. Koo, rather, he has a lot of experience, not just right on land where he was the police commissioner, senior deputy secretary of state, etc. He has also experience in the cyber space, for example, right? He's the commissioner on the Global Commission on the Stability of Cyberspace. So it's not just land; he's also involved in space. Okay. He also said that Boon Hui has also been received high national honors from Singapore, Australia, Brunei, France, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vatican. He's also a senior fellow of Singapore Civil Service College. Yeah, okay. And the ordinary Arqit. Yeah, so that's basically his background. But this is something that it tells me, that this guy, or rather Boon Hui, coming on board of Arqit, it's not anyone that they pick off the street. It's someone with very relevant experience, right, both in security as well as cyber security and cyberspace. All right. Another website that I wanted to share with you is that just to talk about Boon Hui. Is that he's basically, this is all quite standard info. Let me see. So upon his retirement, Mr. Koo was appointed senior advisor, subsequently senior fellow of the Ministry of Home Affairs on contracts, all right, which ended in 2016. So even to today, he remains as a senior fellow of the Civil Service College and Home Team Academy, all right. Okay, he's also an advisor to the Interpol. I presume it's after he stepped down, and he hosts advisory boards in positions such as bank, healthcare, security, cybersecurity, defense, casino regulations, philanthropy. He also co-chaired the first 3 US-Singapore law enforcement, homeland security and safety coordination dialogue with the US counterparts, and the first 2 ASEAN Senior Officer Roundtable on Cybercrime. Okay, so this particular paragraph itself tells us that Mr. Koo, okay, he's on board of not just Arqit, but he also have experience in banking, healthcare, security, cyber security, defense, etc. So all in all, if you ask me, in my opinion, look, banking, healthcare, these are very important info, very important data for any country itself. So him being on board, he will definitely have experience, not just experience, but also connection. So all in all, okay, I'm just going to give you my thoughts about this. So I was actually very, very surprised, pleasantly surprised of Arqit getting Boon Hui to be involved as part of the advisor, because I actually didn't expect UK company would engage Singaporeans as part of the advisor team. This is something that is very, very pleasantly surprised to me. Now, my thoughts about this is that they got in Mr. Khoo. Firstly, number one, he is really, really someone with vast experience in this area. And in Singapore, we actually take pride in our national security very, very seriously. Okay? So he definitely has experience that can contribute to Arqit. He's also sitting on board of a lot of different sectors, important sectors for any government. So him on board will definitely bring in connections, will definitely bring in knowledge, right, to Arqit as well, so that they can help other countries. Okay. Now the second point, I feel that what's the purpose behind it is that to tap on Boon Hui's connections as the Interpol president formerly. So this is something that allows Arqit to have more connections, right, to the global world. Okay, so I hope this short update gives you an insight on the latest movements by Arqit. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Invest safe.